Hello. What we'd like to do is spend a few moments and actually do an orientation to the OMNI port that was delivered to Premier Global in the New York office. Let's start from the very basic and simplest operation. Right now the OMNI port is in a full off position. What you'll notice is that this actually is the keyboard that goes with the application. It is in its charging station. On average, this keyboard will, once fully charged, and it is currently fully charged, it'll last 3 to 4 months in between charges. It's not necessary to put it back on the docking station, but as a best practice, we recommend that you do. Also on this table are 2 remote controls. The gray remote control controls the display itself. The display is a Panasonic display, very simple, and we'll talk about it. It's a red on button and red off button. The second control is the life-size video conferencing remote control. And this will control the camera and the sound coming out of the life-size video teleconferencing unit. We'll talk about that in more detail in a second. What I think the best practice is take the 2 remotes and the keyboard and place them on your workstation. One of the things to keep in mind is on the side of the keyboard there is an on-off switch. So make sure that the keyboard is powered on. What you'll also notice is that there is a touchpad here. This is your mouse with your left and right mouse buttons. Once you've got the keyboard and remotes at your workspace, come to the left side, or actually, standing to this side of the OMNI port, there's a control panel that has a single red power button. It's one touch power on, and it'll turn the entire system on. What we need to do is also turn the display on with the red power button on the Panasonic remote. You'll hear it click when you press the on button. And now you're seeing the PC boot. And we'll wait for this to actually start. We'll keep it running so you can see how quick the startup is. The PC is running a Windows 7 Ultimate operating system. Once the system is fully up, then it's just like any Windows environment, except on this particular unit, we have a touch overlay that is on here. And in order to start an application, you could either use the keyboard, which has the mouse, and you'll notice the cursor moving while I'm moving my finger over the touchpad, or I can actually use my finger or any type of a stylus to actually operate the system and launch any applications that you would want to launch. Now, the applications that you could be launching could be your Adobe Connect Pro applications, your Microsoft Live Meeting applications, your WebEx, NetSpoke. They're not installed at this point, but if they were, the quick links, you would just actually access those from here. Also included on the OMNI port is a piece of software that allows for interactive whiteboarding. And that software is Mimeo. And you'll see it here as Mimeo Notebook. All you need to do is double click with your finger and it will launch the Mimeo Interactive Whiteboard software. I recommend that you go to Mimeo.com and download their user guides to learn how to use the software. It's in a PDF format, very easy. Again, you can find the user guide at Mimeo, M-I-M-I-O.com. Just very quickly, I'll give a rough explanation of what you can do. Use your finger, highlight, drawing shapes, text boxes, where the keyboard as you can see. A lot of other things that you can do, but just as an example, unlimited numbers of pages. You can continue on If you need to reorder your pages, you have the ability to do that. Again, the user guide can be found at mimio.com. Now, one of the other things that the OmniPort is able to provide is a high-definition video teleconference experience. And for that, you'll need your life-size remote control and you'll need your display control. On this display, the second input button, it says input number 2, you will push that and it will switch to the life-size input. In order to make a video call, very simple, use your mouse on your, or use your arrow keys on your remote control, go over to video call, and enter the video number that you'd like to call and press the call button. We're not actually dialing to a real number, but you can actually see how simple it is. We'll hang that up. The OmniPort is equipped with high-definition speakers, and the way to control the volume is with the white volume control knob, which is right on the front panel. If you were in a high-def video call and you wanted to share your laptop through the experience, very simple. Plug a VGA cable into the back of your laptop like you would to a display or a projector, and then plug the other end into the VGA port on the front panel. It's at that point that you would actually change the input on your remote control to PC, and you would be passing your desktop through the video call that's going on through life-size. Once you're done using the application and it's time to shut it down, our recommendation, life-size will automatically shut down, so it's not necessary for you to do that. It'll go into standby sleep mode with nothing to be done by the user. We recommend you go back to the display or to the Panasonic remote, push the PC button to switch the input back to the PC, and then just like you would any desktop or laptop environment, click on Start, Shut Down, and it will begin to actually shut down the application. Once you know that it is shut down, if you get a force shutdown, just hit force quit and yes, and it'll shut it all down. And then once it shuts down, as a best practice, hit your off button to turn the display off. Then, so it's in the same position for the next user, place your remotes back on the table here, take the keyboard, redock it, and now the room is ready for the next guest to come back in. Simple instructions. If you have any questions, always feel free to contact us at support@seaportsolutions.com. Thank you very much.